Hey guys, so today we have two sketchbooks. This one's complete, this one is in progress, but I want to show you how they relate to each other. So this is the one that I worked on first. Let's just put that out of the way. This is the one I worked on first, and I think I started this with primarily in pencil and then went very quickly into brush pen, which changed the game for me. Pencil, I tend to be really detailed. Brush pen, I can get into more blocking in and things like that. So let me go through. I'm not going to show you every single thing in the book. So this is the first one. I think this is when I just barely got the brush pen and I was trying to figure out what my life was like now, like who am I as a person now that I have a brush pen? And how did I not know that it was amazing and that I could participate in this? You know? So I had a few examples, a few kind of like, oh, okay, you know, whatever. And then I saw an interview with Wendy, of Wendy Sharp, right? Someone's interviewing Wendy Sharp, and she mentioned the concept of thinking drawings. And I was like, yes, that's what my sketchbook is supposed to be. Because up until that point, I was just like, I don't know what I want to do in here. I don't know why I want to do it and whatever. Thinking drawings. So I'm happy I saw that because it helped me to change the goal of my sketchbooks. I think before this, I was really looking at like, how do I create a completed drawing in my sketchbook? And that was never something I was interested in, but something I think that is popular. And I just threw that out the window. So if you look through this, you'll see a lot of drawings that don't look like much of anything, you know, they're kind of whatever, you know. And I do a lot of time drawings in here. I do a lot of, you know, 30 seconds. Let's see if we can get the essence of this human down, which I really enjoy. Blind contour has become my friend, not just because you make weird drawings with it, but because if you do it enough, so these are all 30-second blind contours. If you do it enough, somewhere in there, you start to get something that looks right. You start to see things in a way that gets you to the point where you can render something that quick, like boom, rendered, done. And for me, it culminated in this drawing. So I did a kind of a day of blind contour drawings, and this was Aurora, and she was singing in her studio or in the studio with her band. And you know, when people sing, they kind of move and they sway, and that was the kind of thing that would throw me off, like hardcore throw me off before. And I love it because doing the blind contour and doing more gesture type drawings in practice made it easier for me to kind of gesturally draw that drawing, which I think took like, I don't know, the length of a song because she was moving so much. And then also it made me think about the intention of my lines. So not just drawing because I can move my hand, but drawing because I see the shape and I can carve it out, and I can do that. Also, again, brush pen. Oh my God. You know, to draw it with a brush pen, you just go 1, 2, you know, like that. To draw it with a pen, you have to, or pencil, you have to kind of give it that action where it's a lot less work or a lot less opportunity for drawing multiple lines, so that you, I don't know why I keep saying but so that you can just get it down really quickly, you know. Let's jump forward, because I think a lot of these are more the contour thing. And this is a drawing that I ended up doing as a bigger drawing that I think if I really am honest about it, I like what's in my sketchbook better than what I did in the final. And it was just like a fun drawing. And I tend to do a bunch of drawings leading up to the final. So leading up to actually getting into the final, it helps me get ready. It helps me to be able to hit the page with the kind of inherent knowledge of what a thing should be or what it should look like. And doing it here where it was kind of low pressure or no pressure really helped to get it going. And I think this book's like, I think I drew in this book every single day for this month. Every single day, 30 seconds, 2 minutes, you know, those kind of fast drawings that create volume, but also teach your eye and your hand to do different things, which is great. I meant to keep going one at a time here. So in that same session where I took the photo, which was not like a real like reference taking section, we went out to dinner and I took a bunch of photos. I made my friends, I bought all these masks, these kind of like kids superstar superhero masks, and I made my friends wear them, and they were a little tipsy. So the images I got were great because they were just like A, having it, but B, not having it. So I will definitely do a bigger drawing of these guys, or these ladies, because they're fun. They're totally fun. I mean, look at this face. Look at that face. Look at that face. It's awesome. And then just the level of sass that came out of, you know, with the big hoop and the mask and everything, the level of sass that came out makes me so entirely happy. And also, of course, having the sketchbook and not having a place where it is like, it has to be perfect. It just makes me happy. Definitely other drawings. This one I had to show you guys because look at how cute this little ducky is. Look at how cute. Love it. Posted it on my Instagram with like a rubber ducky song and everything. And then the last thing in this book that I want to show you is that I started doing color swatches, which, to be honest with you, I've never really took to doing. I've always kind of just painted. And now I think that I am learning that understanding how colors are affected by other colors or whatever is super useful. So I think I just started with like umber or raw umber, and I just kind of started with gouache, making all these weird color swatches and mixing colors and going, oh, look at that. Look at what it does when you mix it with blue. Or look at what it does when you mix it with black. Look at what it does when you mix it with yellow or white or whatever. And I did the same thing for red. I kind of just started that. And this was mixed with a tube green, and this was just mixed. And I was so surprised because I was like, look at that. If I can make green, I can make that color. So I was like, yeah, all right. Oh my God. So I'll definitely be doing more of that as an exercise. So that gets me into this book. And the reason why I wanted to show them together was like a month's worth of doing things in this little tiny book. Every day, 10-second, 30-second, 2-minute drawings, like back to back to back, created a lot of volume, and it changed how quickly I drew. So that when I went to, I think in this case, I started this book at a bodybuilding show. I went to go see my coach in a bodybuilding show, and I was drawing the crowd. Some of my friends were drawing the bodybuilders, which, you know, you'll probably see in here if I don't go past it. But it made me better at capturing people, things, places quickly, you know? So this was kind of the start of the day, and the start of the day drawings are always wacky. And this was me. That was my friend Cassie. I don't mind sharing my book with people. But look at that. That's, you know, for me, this as a contour, not a contour, but as a sketch is super successful. And it's something that would have taken me a lot longer to do. I think this took me just maybe max 3 minutes, 5 minutes, something like that. I know I kind of, you know, with the brush pen, and I was able to get it there pretty quickly, which I like, because in the past, that kind of quickness was not a part of my practice. It was not something that I did naturally. Same with this one. This was probably 30 seconds, just drew it out. And I wasn't timing, I was just kind of drawing fast. And this one's my favorite of the day, with the three kids, and Love it, you know. Where is it? So I let my friends draw in my sketchbook. You have to see that. There's this was, I think, Rosie drew that one. One of the bodybuilders. Okay, Rosie and Cassie pretty much the day. So there we are again with the masks, the cheeky masks. I love them. So I think you can see where they're gonna go as far as what a drawing or a painting look like. And my widow nephew Zayden drew all over my book, and I'm so excited about it. So in this book, I took up or retook up oil painting, which is fun. I'm enjoying it. You know, I think in this book I was like, this is my maybe second oil painting. It's not bad. So I just wrote the pages, got it ready to go, and I've got a little like wax paper in here so it doesn't stick to each other. So I'm excited about that. And then here, I started to work on a new drawing, and maybe I'll put a picture of that in there as I go. But I started to work on a new drawing, and this is kind of how I start a new piece, a new project. I'll just draw it over and over again to figure out stuff. And here we go. I just kept kind of working at it. Quick drawings, slow drawings, planning drawings, like should I put two people in there? Should I put them back to back? I ended up going with one image, which I love. More planning drawings. So this will be a drawing that comes in the series that I'm doing. And let's see. Oh, here we go. This is a really good idea of how I start drawings. So this is the drawing I'm working on right now. So if you've seen my Instagram or you've seen my TikTok or whatever, you've seen this drawing, and I'm working on it right now. And it's like 1, 2, 3. And I think in this case, I was doing a challenge where, you can't see it, I only drew 15 strokes. So 15 strokes to get whatever I was going to get out of the drawing, which was a fun example because then it was like, what do you really need here? You know, again, 15 strokes. So I think I started with like this line and the glasses, you know, coming out. So really tried to like make one stroke count, right? And then you can see here, I started counting them. It's like, we're not going to cheat. So 15 strokes here and there. And you can see they're not perfect. They're not like perfectly proportionate, but I'm learning how to do that, how to do this drawing, I'm learning it, which is super fun. And I think there's a few in here that I was working on composition. So here you can tell this is where I was really starting to get it, right? This is the drawing that made me feel confident to start the main drawing. And then these are some just for composition's sake. How do we put composition together? See this little like, should you be forward? And I think I actually went with this one as a composition. Just move it backwards. Let's get the jacket, because I was very excited about getting the jacket done. Now I'm working on the jacket, and it's very tedious to get this jacket done. I think the last part of this book is I am starting to draw more things. I definitely want to experiment with drawing objects. I've never really done it before. Like, objects don't really turn me on. So right now I'm doing it. I'm just drawing objects, and you know, they look wacky and they don't look like, I mean, they look okay, but they're not something I would consider like, this is my practice, this is perfect practice. But it is fun to just draw objects and to kind of feel, and it's the same practice of feeling out a face. It's, you know, what does mail look like inherently? Okay, it's a stack of paper, but what does a stack of paper look like? You know, what does a lotion bottle look like from the side? What does it look like from the front? Like all the branding and everything. What is this little box like that? What does that little box do when you look at it from like this angle? You know? So I'm having fun with that. And they're not all good. Like this one is not great. And I figured out what was wrong with it is I didn't understand how to draw the top of it. So I think I just did a page of just drawing the top of that, which of course is not in here, but I did do it. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you so much. Here we go. My book is going to talk you out of this. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate you and talk to you soon. Like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Bye.